Hi everybody and welcome back to another episode of MotoGP 20 here on this channel. I'm KPG-GOONER here and this is part number 2 of my career walkthrough. Now at this moment it's currently early hours of the morning and I'm still recording because I got my game late, so I didn't get the first episode out until midnight, so I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Please don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe. But we're going to do another episode. I want to get as many of these episodes out so we can really get into this career. Now, I didn't realise I've actually earned some development points from that first race, although I didn't do any of the free practice and do the tests. So that is a bonus. Now, I noticed in that first race I wasn't very good on the straights, so I'm going to try and improve the engine. But I did really enjoy the first race, I must admit. It was a bit of a learning curve, and I have upped the AI level as well. So we're going to be running on 100%, and we may leave it on that just so we can get into the game and get used to it, because I don't like just pumping it right up to maximum and then just struggle and you just don't really settle in. And I want to use this Moto3 season to really learn all the aspects of the game before we get into Moto2 and on the faster bikes. So we've managed to develop that. That's going to take 4 weeks. I'm not sure whether we're going to have time for that upgrade for the next race. But the next race is the Circuit of Americas. Awesome circuits, and hopefully we can do well in that one. So we've upped the level, and I'm going to do some of the free practice because I do feel that I need to earn more development points just to make sure we can improve the bike. And we also need to have a look at some of this as well and check out some of the other teams that might be interested in us. And I have had some messages with some tips as well that came through on the first video. I haven't had a chance to read through them because I'm still obviously playing and recording. But I will read all the tips and some of the comments that come through. And because I know some of you guys had the game probably earlier and know some things that I don't about the game. So it's all about learning. So let's get straight into the first race in the episode. We go to Austin, Texas, and we are going to do... we're going to do some of the free practice, we can do some of the development tests, and hopefully we can have a really good race. So let's get straight into it. So here we go.
Everything's ready for the second qualifying session. In a while, we'll see the 18 riders who qualified in the free practices and in the first qualifying session get on the track.
Right, so we've just done some of the free practice, and I did make some adjustments on the bike, and I promised in my first video I will share that. So it was understeering a little bit, so I'll show you what I've adjusted. And I think for my race today I'm also going to maybe muck around with the fuel as well. I think I'm going to try something different. Like I say, this game is all about learning with the new aspects, with the tyre wear and the fueling. So I am going to muck around with a few things. But first up, we need to put in a qualifying lap in this Q2. Hopefully we can put in a decent time. So we're going to get straight out in the circuits and see if we can match the AI's time. So let's get straight into it. So here we go. And we're going to be a little bit off the pace with that lap. So that moves us up to P4. Still nearly about half a second off the pace. So hopefully this second lap we can just push it a little bit more. But I did have some traffic in front of me that didn't help. Oh, getting a bit of a rear slide there. And we have turned off traction control, anti-wheelie. And yeah, just trying to gauge the handling of the bike. And I do think that there is a few other things that I might adjust, but I'm just doing little adjustments here and there, just trying to get used to the game. Like I said, I've only been on the game for a couple of hours. It takes a while to get used to certain things, and when you change so much, you don't know what's actually benefiting you and what's not. And let's turn into there, and oh, what the? Oh, what the hell happened there? Oh my god, I've just flipped it. Wasn't supposed to do that. Oh, I'm going to have to do another lap now. Right, so we've only got just over 6 minutes to go, and Antonelli has just put in a 2:21.9. So that is the time we need to compete with. And hopefully we won't land on our arse. But I do like the crash camera. I do like the way that obviously you see the bike on its own skidding along the floor. That's how you would see it in real life. Because the cameras aren't attached to the players, they're attached to the bike, just remember that. But yeah, I do like that. And we're 0.2 down at that sector. Just be a little bit careful over this section when you change direction. Oh God, again, just doesn't change direction. I might tweak that, I'm not sure, because the change of direction, I think that might need a few tweaks on the suspension, but I will see, because it feels pretty okay everywhere else. It's just on that section. And again, getting a bit of a rear slide. I've noticed I'm sliding up obviously a hell of a lot more now I haven't got traction control on, but it feels really good. And we're 0.8 off the pace. Oh my God. And we've only got 5 minutes left. Don't really want to shred another set of tyres. So I think we're going to have to push as much as we can here. So I don't think we've got enough fuel on power 2 to go another lap. But just trying again. Oh God. Careful, just trying to push it through here, and if we can at least get top 3, that would be, again, just opening the throttle a little bit too early. Oh, we've gained a bit of time through this. We're only 0.1 off the pace. Let's see if we can have a really good final sector. Hopefully we can just bump up the leaderboard a little bit, and that's nicely done through there. Final corner, which can always be tricky, and let's slow it down, and we could have been a little bit tighter there, felt a bit awkward, but to the line, and oh God, we made up a lot of time on that final sector, and we've got first place. Wow. Well, there you go. Let's get straight into the end of this qualifying session.
That's the end of the second and last.
Well, there you go, guys.
Session,
we take a pole position.
And
I'm surprised at that because up until that lap, I wasn't really anywhere near. I was struggling so much on the straights. Every time I got on a straight, I could just see the AI just pulling away from me. And even when they were behind me, they would just overtake me. So I'm very, very slow
in just a few
on
minutes,
the straights. We've got to do better in the race, so let's just get straight into it and hope for the best.
Clear of clouds, and the latest weather reports forecast temperatures in line with the seasonal average. Here we are live from the Moto3 class starting grid where
Right, let's get straight into the race. Now, I'm gone for the same tyre compounds I used in the first race in Alcantara, medium rear and soft front. But with the fuel, like I said, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to put more fuel in the bike. I'm going to do that for the reason I think if I can conserve my fuel into the final lap, I can stick it to power 2 and it might give me an edge, especially on the straight, to try and catch up if I'm behind. It might work, but you've got to try these things.
While the race officials are waving the green flag, the riders gather their final thoughts and get ready to race another US Grand Prix here at Austin.
Right, so here we go with the race in Austin, Texas, the Circuit of Americas. From pole position, can we get into that first corner? And it's not a bad start. No, not quick enough off the line, but we need to just hold our position. I'm going to take a bit of a wider line just to avoid getting completely wrecked. I know a few riders are probably going to overtake me. A little bit of contact there, but we're still on the bike, and that is all that matters. So we've only gone down to, managed to take that place, P6. So that overall is not too bad. So let's just stick in behind Masia and Finati. Let's see if we can stick with them too. And hopefully, as the race goes on, oh God, we didn't start well into those couple of turns. Just need to stick with them. We know that they're a lot quicker on the straights. We need to make sure we don't lose too much ground, but hopefully this fueling trick will work. I just want a bit of extra fuel so I can put it into power 2 and just have a little bit extra in the final lap. But we've also got to remember, obviously, what power 2 does to the engine, and obviously you can have more power, it's going to affect tyre wear, stuff like that. But you've got to learn these things as you go. Just fiddling with these new things that they've added to the game. Right, we're actually getting a slipstream. We should be able to take that place. Right, let's try and be good on the brakes here. Get nicely turned in. And I'm not sure how much these tyres are going to wear in 4 laps. Let's take it a nice inside line there. We're take that place. Oh, that was nicely done. And trying to be better on the brakes. And another outside line. Can we take another place? And that wasn't too bad. So we're up to P4. So we just need to just settle in once the tyres are up to temperature. Sort of gauge. Ooh, bloody hell, what are you doing? Trying to overtake there. Close the door on you. Outside line. Onto the flipping curbs. And just seemed to be a lot better on the brakes. And we've managed to just get past Antonelli there and up to P2 behind Suzuki. So it's a bit of a switch because I think it was the other way round in the first race. Suzuki was in second and Antonelli was leading the race. So these two seem to battle quite a lot with each other as well. And I think Antonelli's going to take that position back. Yes, he has. But we managed to get into that corner without any contact, which is good. Also, the one thing we don't want to do is flip it like we did in one of the qualifying sessions. And I didn't think it was that easy to do that on these Moto3 bikes, but it is if when you change direction and you give it a little bit too much gas. Again, a bit tight to apex there. We've still got someone snapping at our back wheel, so we've got to be careful. Again, greatest turn there, but let's take care. It looks like Suzuki's going for it. This is what I was worried about, because this circuit has a lot of straights, long sections, and they have that little bit extra top end. They're just able to pull away, so we've got to make the time up. But I'm sticking to my plan. I can't change the power yet, because obviously if we use too much fuel we won't make it to the end of the race. Let's see if we can just keep holding this position. We've got two just behind us as well, so let's be mindful of that. Slow it down. Ooh, now I had the rear slide in there. And I do apologise, guys, if I do sound a bit tired. It is early hours of the morning, but I'm absolutely addicted to this game already. Really enjoying it. And just held that position. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you see that rear slide? Interesting. Let's get that rear sliding into the turns. Please don't fall off. So that was quite, I felt that as well. I felt it just slowly going there. Luckily I just pulled back and onto the bloody curb there. Got on the outside and we just managed to just get past Suzuki. They seem to brake quite a lot earlier. And I'm not sure whether that is the braking zone. I mean, without seeing the lines, and we just hit the fastest lap. Because I know that the AI do sort of follow the lines, but with this new intelligence that they've improved, they do say that the riders do tend to learn from mistakes and improve as the race go on. So we will see that. Oh, flipping out! Watch out! He hasn't gone yet. We will see that as we get further into the career. Just keep this a little bit smooth through here. Now we're leading the race. Let's try and see if we can just pull away, if that is possible. Not make any mistakes. We don't want to be sliding on the rear anymore. We don't want to just completely chew that tyre up. But I think once we get a little bit further into the game, we will sort of obviously change the percentage of laps. So we can really test the bike, the fueling and the tyre wear over a longer period. It's nicely done through there. And obviously I will be doing some of the historical stuff. As you probably saw in my first episode, I have got all that stuff because I've got the special edition. So I will be getting into that as well. But I'll do a separate videos for that. It won't be a part of this series, it'll be just extra videos. Slow it down. Flipping heck. I heard him come in there and I just sort of hesitated slightly. Just be careful, just try not to lose. Brake too much. And also guys, just early on in the game, I just want to know, for you guys that have got the game, what do you think of the braking? I'm not getting much feel for the brakes. so far I've barely used the front brake. If not, you know, on the straights I've used it to slow the bike down, but on the corners it's just mainly just dabbing and just using the gears really to slow the bike down. I mean, I know you do that a lot obviously on the lower power bikes anyway, but I just don't seem to have much feel even when I've just tried to use the front brake. But maybe it's just me, you know, I haven't been on one of these games in a long time. And that was slightly slower that lap, but we're still leading, and we've just stuck it into power 2 because I think we can run on that. I'm not going to run the whole lap in power 2, just give myself enough to try and just put a bit of distance between me and second. I think we have achieved that. We definitely made the right decision with this, I think. Say that, and then we'll run out of fuel. But I'm just trying to look at the amount left. I think we have got enough, gauging on what I noticed in the practice sessions and how much even running in power 2. But I've just turned it off just to make sure, because we have got better distance between us. Oh, bloody hell. That was close. I thought I was going to go again then. See, this is what I mean, they've caught me up. As soon as I've gone back into power 1, and just one mistake, and they're back right there. Hopefully, let's just change it to power 2 again for the straight. But they might be able to slipstream me here. Actually, only half a second behind. Let's see if they learned anything from the previous laps. They might take a different line through these corners, so we will see. Slow down. It's only 0.7 fuel left, so should be enough. Just be careful. Haven't got much square at the rear as we had previously, so let's not slide it. Oh, do you see that little bit of a glitch there? I'm wondering if that's when people crashed. I know that on previous MotoGP games that used to happen all the time. Every time someone crashed, that seemed to glitch slightly, but yeah, just saw that twitch there. But hopefully they will patch little things like that. And I also have noticed, obviously, the same thing on most of the MotoGP games, how different the AI are in qualifying times to the race times. They're definitely quicker in the race, that's for sure. Final corner, and there we go. I think we finished with 0.4 of fuel, so we probably could have run in power 2 for longer, but we did enough. We had the fastest lap, enjoyed the race, and yeah, successful again, which is brilliant. Right, so we are on 50 points, and we are doing really well in the championship. In the team championship, we are second, so that's not bad overall. What I'm going to try and do for the next episode, I might do a bit of designing on my crash helmet or something, number. It depends if I've got the time, but I do want to get quite a few episodes out. So if you don't see another episode today, hopefully there will be episodes for over the weekend as well, guys. I don't normally do videos for the weekends, but I think because this is a new game series, but I do want to put out regular videos on this series, and I want this to be a really good series on the channel, like I have done on previous MotoGP games. I used to do cracking walkthroughs, really long ones as well. Right, let's just get into what's coming next in this career. So let's get straight into it. Right, so we have earned some decent credits, which is always good. And I think with the development test, I did a couple of them. I didn't do all of them, obviously for timing, and I'm extremely tired. But I did earn some extra development points. So look, I did the distance analysis, which was good, which I felt I could have done better. The quick lap simulation I did as well, and look at the extra points you get for that. It's well worth doing. I know a lot of people just want to do what the qualifying in a race, but I think in a career like this, you've got to put the time in. So we have got more development points to spend, which I will probably do in the next episode. And obviously we have got Argentina next, which is a very tough circuit. And knowing my luck, I will probably get rain or something like that, something that's going to throw a spanner in the works. But that's the joy of the career. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and I will see you very, very soon.